Null is a special state for a result with no value. This is necessary because it's often important to distinguish between a zero value or an empty string or a non-value result. For this lesson, we're going to use the Scratch database, and I'm going to create a simple table here, and I'm going to insert a row, and we'll go and display that row with select. And notice in the results in the A column, the word null. Null is this special state in SQL. It's not really a value, it's the lack of a value. So you cannot test for it as you would a normal value with the equal sign because it has no value. So if I say select asterisk from test where A equals null, we'll get no result because there is no row where A is equal to null because null is not a value, and so it cannot satisfy the equal to expression. Null is a lack of value. So to test for null, you say A is null instead of equal to null. So if I test for where A is null, I get that row. Is null is a special condition in SQL, just like is not null is a special condition. Of course, we get no result there because there aren't any rows in this table where A is not null. So just to make sure that we've got the distinction clear, I'm going to delete this row and I'm going to insert a new row, and we'll give it values of 0, null, and an empty string. Now, if I say select from test where B is null, we get that row because B is null in that row. But if I say select from test where B is equal to an empty string, I get no rows. Or if I test for where C equals null or C is null, I get no rows. If I check for where C is not null, then I get a row. So it's important to understand that null is not a value. Null is a state that represents a lack of value. Understanding this and how it works is an important part of writing good, robust SQL. Now I'm going to drop this table so that the database is back in its original state for the next chapter.